Star Wars Resistance, I would say, does succeed with its mid-season finale with Kaz meeting General Leia Organa again. And we're 11 episodes into this first season, okay? And it's been slow-paced, a lot of humor, maybe a little slapstick. It's the stuff that the kids are going to get really into. But I think that I can feel confident about the second half of Season 1 with this finale, Station Theta Black, because it's getting back on track as far as we're not just goofing around, racing ships, playing spy. Now we're back with Poe Dameron. We're doing a mission.
Getting into a plot.
Right. We're checking out this possible First Order facility. It's a First Order mining facility that attracts Phasma into the mix. So now you got Poe back. You got Phasma back. You're getting a little bit more tied into the into that sequel trilogy era. Really enjoying that. Then you have them engaging Princess Leia, and all this culminates to them acknowledging a war is on the way. The First Order is gathering resources, building its strength. A war is on the way. And that should be exciting for you because whether you're enjoying the series or not, you're getting a little bit more insight into what set the stage for Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. And even if you're not watching the series on the regular, which is fine because, again, we talked about this. I'm watching just to stay afloat for the show. David, you're what? You're not watching at all. You're going to binge it now, right? Because we're at the mid-season?
We are. So the first couple episodes really didn't strike my fancy. But in fairness, neither did Rebels and neither did the Clone Wars.
Well, since the target age is like a third of your age. You're 30 now. The kids are like 10 or 12 watching this. Don't be offended. You had people come out to a winery. You wined and dined with people.
It was fun.
You had a great time.
I did.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming, by the way.
What a jerk. I had food poisoning, and I was bedridden for straight 48 hours.
So did I. So
felt like a broken fire hydrant. Okay.
No, so I'm at the point where at the mid-season, and I'm going to binge watch it now. Try to get caught up, which should be fun. Should only take about 4 hours.
Yeah, 20 episodes, yeah.
And we've talked a lot about the artwork. I really like the art. You didn't seem to really like it, so that's got me excited. If you think that the mid-season finale was great, then I'll look forward to that.
Well, I got to tell you though, because I think the more we involve the First Order, the better. Because traditionally that's happening in space or in space-type stations, and I think this art style makes the destroyers look really good. Starkiller Base looks really cool. Just the First Order in general, especially like the way light hits characters' helmets, like the troopers and Phasma. It's kind of like what you were talking about last week with Star Wars: The Galaxy of Adventures. Is like both animation styles allow themselves to get that sheen to happen, and so I really enjoy that, and that's what I am enjoying the most out of this. Is the closer it gets to the main storyline, the more I enjoy the story. When they're just kind of goofing around and racing, and the slapstick. That's not doing it for me, but I'm sure it's doing it for the demographic that they're really targeting. So if you got a kiddo that likes Star, I'm sure they're eating this up. And if they are, I hope you're enjoying it with them. And if not, just tough it out because any Star Wars content that brings a kid joy, that's a good thing. All right, that's going to do it for Real Talk. Real Talk, the segment where if it's on the screen and you can watch it there on the screen, we're talking about it right here in Real Talk. We
got a pretty active live chat going on.
All right,
so
what
there's a lot of comments, a lot of people talking to each other, which is really cool. But shout out to the Great Legend Show.
Oh, so glad the Great Legend. They just did an auction last night. They had like 130 people at one time watching. The Hero Initiative. Awesome. It was awesome. They had asked me to jump in there and actually be involved with that, and I didn't get back to them in time, and I'm sorry because it was such a spectacular event. You guys raised hundreds, I would say, I think it's thousands of dollars. That was an understatement. You guys raised thousands of dollars for comic book creators, and that was so cool to watch happen. Some huge books went on sale. So, yeah,
which is awesome.
It was a real good time.
We got the Mr. Pete channel who needs 600 subs. We have Ms. P's been hanging out, although I think she just took a step out. The Underground, St. Louis, JLS.
Oh, yeah, Sam Canzero is watching in St. Louis, yeah.
JLS Comics has been talking quite a bit, although I think he just popped out. Jesse's
a big Star Wars fan. He'll be in and out, I'm sure. The Sunday morning. We're still trying to figure out the best time to do our show. We thought that noon was probably the latest we can do on a Sunday. just because of work schedules. But we're constantly trying to figure it out. Listen, if we could pull it off on a Friday night, we'll do it on Friday night. But
Great Legend Show's thrown out a joke from like a year and a half ago. We were talking about Jesse being out sick, and he says, "Yeah, Jesse, the third stormtrooper." Then he says the first two stormtroopers are Tag and Bink. So
I will never forget the first time the Great Legend referred to Jesse as the third stormtrooper. It was on one of his live auctions, and then he came up over to our channel. He posted it somewhere, and Jesse was like, "What do you mean I'm a third stormtrooper?"
well, I mean, it's easy for us because we're both named David.
Oh yeah, everybody knows us.
You call us David, and you got 2/3 of the show cast down, and so.
But everyone's having a good time in the live chat.
Everyone's having
That's
a good
really
time.
exciting. We got 4 people watching right now. I know that we had a one time up to 10. So
Great Legend wants to know when we're going to play Battlefront 2 again.
well, that's going to happen Thursday night. We're actually going to talk about that in like a couple of minutes.
Wait, are we?
Well, we're not. Steve will.
Okay.
We got. You know what? Should we get a PS4 and we share so that way we can play like multiplayer and stuff?
So I've been considering getting a PS4 because you keep making fun of me because I still watch my DVDs off my PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
So
it's the thick one.
Well, it's mine, and
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. All right. That's something we can discuss. Christmas is coming up in the near future. Mm-hmm. Be a gift to us.
Yep. So I've been thinking about it.
All right. Well, keep going in live chat. Of course, if you're catching us on the rewind, be sure you comment down below.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.